Hey YouTube, St. Frank here today with part 4 of this 119 card PSA blind reveal. It's a Pokemon order, so here's our next box. There's actually 2 full boxes left. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do both of them in one video or we'll probably just end up splitting it in 2 different videos because I don't want to rush through these. Okay, so we got our stack there. Okay, let's adjust the light a little bit here. Okay, alright, so taking a look at this one. Definitely some wear on that bottom corner, and that pretty big white spot up there, a little bit there. Centering looks pretty good though. Ah, Victini. This one from Noble Victories. A little bit of an issue on that border there too. So this is a cool card. I don't have very many Noble Victories cards graded. It's probably the only one I've ever graded. But I remember when this card came out, it was a big deal. Victini was they were really pushing Victini, and this is one of the very first full art cards. It was even before they started doing full art EX cards. Anyway, this card brings back a lot of memories. I was never able to pull it, so I bought one off of Cardinal Gaming, and I think it could get like a 7 or 8. I think it's an 8. All right, PSA 8. Very happy with that grade. Very cool. Yeah, because it's not a PSA 9 or 10 caliber, so that's a good grade. Put it over there. All right, this card. That looks perfect on the back. Centering looks good. The edges are very clean. Arceus and Dayaga and Palkia Gx. One of these tag team cards. Love the tag team. These came out in 2019. This is from Cosmic Eclipse. To me, that looks like a PSA 10. Oh, I got the 9. Maybe a little bit. The bad thing about these is this the border's so tight that if it's just barely off center, it's more obvious to the eye. So maybe the graders are just seeing something a little bit off, but man, that is a really nice PSA 9 condition wise. Okay, this card definitely, I see like a lip, so this could be a Burning Shadows card. Definitely some edge wear down there in that corner as well. Some down there. So this is like the classic cutting error, what I would call, of the Burning Shadows set. Just a terrible card quality. Yep, Burning Shadows. This is the Charizard Gx. The centering is not very good, so I'd guess this is probably at the very best an 8. All right, we got the 8. Very tough to get these cards in good condition. The second, anything after the first printing run has these terrible cutting errors. So, today I wouldn't even think about grading any. Oh, that's a PSA 8. I wouldn't even think about grading any of those cutting error cards. But when I sent these in, it was only $10 per card to grade, so I wanted to at least have one of those slab. But at today's prices, you definitely wouldn't want to send in cards that aren't going to have a good shot at 10. There's definitely a white tip on that bottom corner, and a small one there. Centering looks good. Ah, Pikachu Gx. This is a Black Star promo, and these are really tough to get in nice condition. Just the way they're held in those tins. That one looks really good, but with those corners being whitened, I'm gonna guess the best this can get is a 9. So I hope I got a 9. All right, PSA 9 on that one. Pretty cool. I'm a huge fan of Pikachu. There's a shout out to Chunky Pikachu and Captain Pikachu. All right, this card very clean around the edges and corners. Yeah, no issues there. Maybe slightly thinner on this side. The Charizard Gx. This is from a 10 from the Hidden Fates 10s. I'm sure the when you see the pop up here, population report, it's going to be super high, no matter what grade this is. A lot of people graded these, which was a good idea, because you could get back some of your money from buying the Hidden Fates 10 by grading the promo card, especially if it's Charizard. Now this looks like a PSA 10. There we go. PSA 10. You definitely want to get a 10 on these. Definitely probably would not have paid for the grading fee if it was a 9. Alright, this card, the edges and borders look perfect. It is thick on top. So, and maybe a little bit thick on this side. Silvally Gx. I like these full art cards from Sun and Moon era. This is from Crimson Invasion. I mean, it might be slightly thicker on top. I could see them giving this a 9, but I could also see it getting a 10. Alright, got the 9. So, not a shocker with the centering not being perfect. If the grader's being a little picky, you're not going to give that a 10. Now this card, there is a white tip there. Now in the old days, you used to be able to get away with a couple white tips and still get the 10, as long as they weren't big. So that's it's a very visible one, but not huge. But besides that, the back looks really good. Evie Snorlax. This is a Kamaya artwork. Beautiful card. And this is a promo. I've been trying to get one of these as a 10. I think it could get a 10. I really want this in a PSA 10. Got the 9. Maybe just ever so slightly off center. It's a bummer. I mean, I think I have a couple more at PSA right now that I can get a 10 on, but running out of chances on that one. Now, I've been noticing this on this order. There's been little pieces of dust. Yep. Little pieces of dust trapped inside my case. Very annoying. That's kind of unacceptable, I think, for a PSA graded card. Yeah, besides that little piece of dust, I mean, the card itself looks perfect on the back. The Elite Trainer box. This is one of the coolest artworks ever. The stained glass birds trio. Now that looks like an easy 10. Man. PSA 9. I don't understand. That's perfect. I mean, centering's dead on. Everything perfect about that card, and they still gave it a 9. This is one very frustrating thing about grading with PSA, is just out of the blue, you just get, I mean, it's inconsistency from grader to grader. 9 times out of 10, you send this card in, it's going to be a PSA 10, but you get a bad, I'm not going to say bad, a more picky grader, and, I mean, they'll give it a 9. I don't know if that's a piece of dust inside there. There's like a little white speck right there, which I'm pretty sure is just a piece of dust inside there. So that's a frustration right there. Alright, this card, okay, lots of edge wear. Some white tips on the edge, big, you can tell this card's been played. The corners have some wear. It is off-centered. Yeah, Reshiram and Charizard. This is an alt art promo, and there's no way this is probably 8. Yeah, PSA 8. It's even off-centered, but I do not have this alternate art card, so I wanted to get one graded, and it gets the 8, which it deserves the 8. This card, absolutely perfect on the back. Centering's perfect. Edges, corners, perfect. Man, I really hate that I send in cards I really want for my PC on this order, because the grading's been very strict. Gardevoir and Sylveon alternate art from Unbroken Bonds. Huge, awesome card. I really want this as a 10. Come on. Yeah, there we go. That might be my favorite card so far out of this order. Just awesome alternate art card. I have no idea what the pop is on this, but it can't be super high. Now, it does look a little bit thick on the bottom, on the front of the card, but the back was perfect. So, to me, this card seems better condition than this one, but this one did get the 10. I'm not complaining. It looks like a 10, but they're a little bit inconsistent with which ones they're deciding to give the 10 and which ones to give the 9. This one, perfect on the back as far as edges. It is thinner right there and thicker on that side, so there is a slight issue. Ah, the Scizor VMAX. Now you can definitely tell much thicker on this border than this border. So this is definitely probably like a 9. Man, Gym Mint 10. Wow, because that seems obviously off-center to me from looking at the front. But this is from Darkness Blaze. That set grades very well. Maybe there's little edge issues that I'm not seeing on some of these other cards that Darkness Blaze just nailed. Like maybe it has 10 grade edges and corners, but maybe a 9 on the centering, and it still got the 10. So who knows? They don't tell you the subgrades, so you just kind of have to figure it out. All right, this card, a lot of edge wear on the corners, so it's probably been played. Several white spots on the corners, and there's one down there at the bottom. So there's no way this is a PSA 10. Oh darn, because this is a cool card. This is a promo card. Shaymin Ex. This is kind of an alternate art, but it's before they were really doing a lot of alternate arts. It's kind of made like the secret rare gold cards of the XY era. Really cool. We got a Rayquaza. We got Shaymin. There's usually 3 Pokemon on there. I only see 2, but there's probably another one on there that I don't see, and are just not spotting it. Put down in the comments, is there another Pokemon on here? Alright, so I'm guessing this is at the very best an 8. Oh, I got a 6. Oh, that stinks. That is a really nice looking PSA 6, though. Maybe I missed an indentation. Don't see one. I mean, this is definitely better condition than some of the 8s that I got. So, interesting. But I'll keep it. I mean, that's a PC card. Alright, this one, oh yeah, there's a big old scratch on the back of the card. You can see kind of in the light. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I don't know why I would have graded this. Lots of edge wear. This card's definitely been played quite a bit. A Sharpedo Ex. Okay. I think there might be indentions on the front of that card. I don't know if that's part of the pattern. And I think that is an indentation right there. Yeah, an indentation on the front, not good. So I'm guessing this might have got a 6. If you get an indentation or an indentation, that is a guaranteed 6. Yeah, PSA 6. Yeah, it deserves it. It is not real crispy minty, but looks cool slabbed. All right, this one, lots of edge wear. I mean, like several little white spots on every corner and some on the borders. There's definitely issues with that corner. I don't know if you can see, it's like bubbling right there, like it got wet or something. Mega Latios from Roaring Skies. Yeah, this is a super tough card to get. Full art Mega Latios from Roaring Skies. That's why I sent it in, because it's just a card I'll never get, and this is the only one I was able to get hold of. Wow, I don't know what they would do with that. Maybe like a PSA 5 with that bubbling. It did get the 6. But again, looks great slabbed, and this is just one I wanted to have in my collection slabbed. I'm sure I didn't expect to get a huge grade on that. Okay, this one looks perfect on the back. Edges, everything looks great. Ooh, Mega Gardevoir EX. This is cool. It's got like a dual energy style. This was from Steam Siege. Man, that looks good. I don't remember Steam Siege being this crisp on the borders. This could be a 10. That'd be a pretty nice PSA 10 if I can get it. Oh yeah, that looks like a PSA 10, and it got the PSA 10. Very cool. I'll take that one. All right, this card, definitely thicker on top. No real white spots though. Maybe a tiny one there, but the centering definitely off. Heracross EX from Furious Fists. And you can see definitely thicker on top than the bottom. But I mean, besides that, it's pretty nice. I'm guessing it got a 9 because of centering. Yeah, PSA 9. That's solid. Love full art EX cards. Ooh, very thin on this side compared to that side, and thick on the bottom. So it's like everything's shifted up that way. But all the borders and edges look very good. Magearna EX from Steam Siege. And you can see that same issue here. It's thicker on these borders than those. But it looks good to the eye, I think. And eye appeal is one of the things they go by. But I bet you it gets an 8. No, it got the 9. So they'll give you a little bit of a centering if the centering doesn't detract that much. So like from the front, it doesn't look bad. It definitely looks off center from the back though. So that's a surprising 9. This one, a lot of like multiple little white spots in that corner, all across the top. I don't know if you can see that. Several little white dings. So this one, not mint. Oh, the Gardevoir. I love this art from Primal Clash. I had to buy it raw, and it was not considered mint. It was considered played condition. It could get 8. That'd be a really, really nice 8, but will it get the 8? Oh, I got the 7. That deserves it. It's not, it definitely has issues. So I can live with that being a 7. They weren't being overly harsh. Okay, this card, man, it looks really good on the back. There is one tiny little white dot right there. But it seems like sometimes they overlook these tiny little white dots that are on the border, because I think they focus in on corners more. Jolteon EX. Okay. And plus, they usually give you 1 or 2 little white dots on the border. Looks really good from the front. This was a promo. It did not originally come as a full art card. I think could get a 10, probably be a weak 10. There, got the PSA 10 on that one. So that's a good one to end this video on. Really cool. I'm very glad I got that in a 10. Taking an update on the stacks. Looks like the 9s have barely overtaken the 10s, but that's a pretty healthy number of PSA 10s and 9s, and then a big stack of 8s. But remember, we had a ton of vintage Japanese cards in this order, so you can't ask for tons of PSA 10s when you're dealing with cards that are over 20 years old. So we actually have done very well, I think. And some of the tougher grades, there was definitely issues with the cards. All right, stay tuned for more videos later.